Alright, well, welcome to another GNL Dive. Been a little bit. We decided to let all the amazing Gundam Breaker Battlogue content buffer itself, so we got a whole lot to talk about. With me, of course, is Melga, the Grandmaster Melgatron Prime.
Hello, everyone.
Who likes to talk to me about robot toys. And this is a good week to do so. We just finished the run of Gundam Breaker Battlogue. 6 episodes, barely 7 minutes each, but they were fun.
Oh, they were hilarious.
They were fun. It's a breath of fresh air for people who are actually trying to enjoy this game for what it is. Mobile gotcha. You got ups, you got downs, but that was a really enjoyable experience having that little ONA happen.
It was. We really got some good representations of a lot of shows with the tweak of originality, which is like what we have in this game most of the time. So it was really, really solid.
It was fun. And with it came a whole batch of pretty unique events and banner suits to look at. I ran out of room. I'm going to keep that as gun. So we got a lot of stuff that we didn't actually get a chance to cover the last couple of weeks. Just kind of waiting for it to all get together. First off, I guess, your thoughts on the Battlogue itself?
To be honest, we had good and bad episodes. Like, the first 2 episodes were sort of okay with introduction of the whole setup. But the 2 middle episodes have some up and downs rhythm-wise. Like, having the villain introducing the Recaller kids was kind of, I don't know, it felt like too much for such a small episode. It was good to show where they come from and why he made them like that, but it also felt like it was a bit too much at the time.
I agree with that, but I have a very different tier list, I think, than you. Continue, though.
The last episode was freaking amazing.
Yeah, strongest. Easy.
No, you can't. The budget went all to the last episode.
If I had to stack them up, it would be... I'm going to use this right here. Oh, that's not a text box. Okay. Well, you did it. I'm going to say 6 on top easy. 1 equals 2.
Yeah.
5, and then 3 and 4 probably being in back. 4 especially is where I felt like it was really dragging without enough really happening. 3 had the cool chimeras at least.
Yeah, 3 had the... We had like... those were straight up kit patches from the game.
Yeah, people were talking about that VDAR even now, because it just hits that Chuni edgelord, look at my cool suit with the cape and the stuff. People have been still talking about that VDAR.
Yes. And the bear guy.
The bear guy was cute.
Bear guy
yeah, the Rick guy. He's a Rick guy.
It was really good.
My throat hurts today. My throat hurts every day. No, it was super fun. I keep using the word fun because that's just what it was. It was fun. I'm not sure I really enjoyed waiting a week for 4 minutes of content, but I don't regret that time, and I just want more.
I think even being a small drip of content was the way it was presented was pretty good, because it gives people like a week to talk about what happened and then get hyped to play the game.
I guess.
I really enjoyed the way they made it work together.
The mini-stories showing behind the scenes with other characters present, that was cool too. Though again, I kind of would have wanted more.
Yes. I was surprised when most mini-story chapters are like 3 or 4 small cutscenes, and these were just one.
One.
That made me
I would have liked another one at the end, maybe. But
it was good, but just one.
It was all good. The characterization was good through the whole thing. It's nice to kind of see a persona actually applied to Ryusei.
Yes, I really enjoy that he's this overpowered dork that really likes what he does and doesn't have patience
Well, tries to be.
to explain stuff. Like
I
Misa was in one of the episodes. Misa was trying to kill the recallers, and I like how he was like, "No, don't have time to explain. Just match my timing."
Mhm.
It
Oh,
was really
right,
fun.
yeah. When he was setting up the Sestet cannon
The Sestet.
for the shoulder
Yeah.
throw. We're not going to explain it to you, just throw them over here now. All the characters, actually, I think had great showings their character. We had Toma happy. That was worth it. Establishing moment, episode 2. Pulling down Sana's skirt and calling it a risk
Yes.
management calculation. 1000% Toma.
Yes, it was risk calculation, and he's a big brother, so he has to take care of the younger character.
He could take the hit
So
and grab her butt and pull that down, or he could just let that flap up and let everyone see. He ran the numbers, he did the math. And then when he actually does get a chance to battle, his kit's already in his hand. He's ready to go. He hasn't been doing this for fun in such a long time that his first opportunity to actually just be a kid with a toy, he cannot wait to jump in there.
He just unloaded.
He's been
just unloaded
for the last year been playing the game to support himself and his family.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure he wanted Code 5, but that's what he was
really
given.
cool.
That's what he's been using. This is him getting back to the roots of the hobby, building his own kit again and having fun with it. What does he do as soon as he jumps in there? He goes wild.
He was killing everyone else's enemies. That's how much he was enjoying it. He was like,
Right.
No, just give me more stuff to fight.
Right after he goes on this solo rampage because he's having so much fun, he wants to be the big shot. He then chides Ryusei for, well, there's no MVP achievement. After he just went off solo and got himself in deep shit. He's a dork. He's great.
So Toma.
This is great Toma moments. I'm not sure how much I enjoy Sana being as airheaded she was, but
To be honest, I think they nerfed her suit too hard. Because you saw Ryusei using his backpack at least 3 times in different ways. At least 4 times, I mean.
Yeah.
And
He used
Sana
Palma
herself
correctly.
Shot the backpack. Yeah. And Sana shoots her backpack twice and is half out of energy at least for 2 episodes.
She
that
uses
was just too much.
the Agni armaments once. I mean, she uses the launcher armaments once. She uses the anchor once. Not in any way that you really stick with, though. Not in any way that's exciting to you.
Cool. The anchor was cool. She was doing like a move backflip moment while moving away. That one was nice.
Somehow, Perfect Strike Freedom got the least exposure and hype out of these episodes. I mean, Blazing delivered, definitely. Live Lance delivered. Oh no, she used the Dragoons for full burst.
She only uses it for full burst.
Yeah,
it's not. She never used them for actual moving around. Like, well, remote weapons are supposed to.
Be impressed that she's even using Dragoons in Atmosphere. Ooh.
True.
Stupidly over-designed Strike Freedom can't even use its Wings of Light in Atmosphere because they can't get rid of those Dragoons.
God damn it.
Live Lance. I don't think it used its Sonic Cannon once, did it?
I think he shot with the lance. The chest.
Yeah, the Sonic Cannon.
No, he didn't. He used the lance shoots when he was switching around with Sana targets, and he used the tornado, which we haven't seen in the game yet.
The tornado was cool. Legit, that was a really good
cool.
framing, good animation, cool looking attack. That actually did something to Taurus.
Yeah, it's like, let's try if we can actually melee him right now after the antivirus hits the enemy. And he straight up dives headlong. He could have used a ranged attack, but no. He throws himself in a tornado up to the enemy.
We can talk about this when we get to Live Lance, but if that exists, I really want that to work like Godhead or Masterhead.
Yeah, God and Master, yeah. Would
I
be
can see
very
it.
nice.
And if you have the cloak on, it closes the cloak, finally. Like Expulsion does.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah.
That would be
That'd be sick.
amazing.
Blazing, definitely tons of action from episode 1 on. I have a friend who...
It kicks through a dying slave. You cannot say that is not cool.
I got a buddy who did not have a problem with this until the episodes aired, but who was eternally butt mad that there are no effect parts for the arms. Since when it opens up the Corelander fins on its arms to do spinning kicks and stuff, they have that boost effect.
Yeah.
He is so mad that there's no effect parts that can go into those slots and recreate that boost effect.
Yeah.
Like on the
In
physical
the model
kit.
That would be nice. Yeah. Let's hope it gets popular enough that it gets like another version.
You might be even a little more upset if the Breaker version, if we ever get a Blazing Kick, ends up having that as part of it too. He used to play a long time ago. Unfortunately, he's fallen out of the game, but still madly in love with the hobby like the rest of us. But
yes, of course.
I still got on my friends list to help out. He has a very specific... Oh my god, he logged in recently. He has a very specific build I can use to test funnels and other things. I don't mind keeping him on my friends list and used up a slot. He still had rising arms way back when. God bless. You can tell when he got off the boat.
Whoa.
He pulled for Shining, did not get anything he wanted because he was in the game for Shining, and then he bounced out.
Yeah. But then,
but still, he's incredibly useful for testing funnel interactions, because he will reliably use new fin funnels on me without doing a lot of damage.
And it's interesting to see the setup. I mean, this was before we even had subparts and gears and all of the new shebang. It's good to see how far the game has come.
I see Damien has a new skin. I kind of want to look at it quick. I saw a Boundock head. I like Boundock head. Hey, that's not bad. You got a cool skin, buddy. Okay, so it's got mags, it's got a sport cutscene, it's got Rolling Buster. I'll take you on a party. I'll take you with me on missions. Wait, which backpack is that? Is that PSF?
The backpack is, I think it's perfect. Yeah, it's PSF with railguns.
Hey, that's kind of nice. Oh, wait, he has horse legs?
Railguns, Rolling Buster. Yes, horse legs, Ribo arms for magazines, Zephyrs for railgun spam, and...
Oh, that's horse legs.
And spin. Yeah, pretty good.
We got to the bottom, as some people may have read in the review pages. He's obsessed with the sound that the legs made. We finally got to the bottom of it. It is not a moo. It is more of just like a mechanical clunking. A McClunky, if you will. It is not a cow moo. I think we have safely put that one to bed. But it does make a sound every time the legs hit the ground, which is kind of cool. But no. OVA, or ONA rather, because it was a net animation, was absolutely stellar. And I cannot wait to see more content, even if it's commercials. Even if it's just promotional shorts.
Yeah.
Use the same team. Get us more animated character shit. I'm in.
And you know what one of the things I really liked about it was that we got the pilots in the game for the Battlogue versions.
So with the Battlogue art style and the Battlogue. Yeah.
It's really cool. Small details.
Other small details that I enjoyed besides everything in this being Seto's fault. Way to go, Seto, you little shit. We did, now that we know who he is.
They stole his hacking.
Yeah. Now that we know who he is and what he's about, recognizing that Mahara was that weird guy in previous story chapters was kind of cool to go back and connect the dots and be like, oh, we've actually seen this guy before. He didn't come out of actual nowhere before the ONA. We kind of have an idea what's up with him.
Yeah,
way back,
they have been up Battlogue for a while.
Way back on the field trip to the Arata arcade.
Yes, when they were starting to connect the game to Breaker 3.
Yep, Sukamoni and little weirdo don't like battling. Seto's gonna take him on a field trip.
So yeah,
I'm trying to get to the end of this chapter as fast as I can.
There you go.
Nope, I picked the wrong one. Son of a bitch.
Well.
Okay, this is right after the moment. Sukamoni accidentally bumps into a question mark dude. He has the balls to say, if you can't control your emotions, don't talk to me. See the Mauling Lord Supreme actually says that to someone else with a straight face. He's here to pick a fight with Mr. Gunpla. But instead,
he wanted
instead Seto's like...
That's the awakening thing, right?
I believe so. Because instead, Seto's like, hey, why don't you try me first? And he tries him. Your opponent is question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. And he's using a base stock Barbados. B4.
Yeah,
you beat him. Seto's like, oh, somehow I won. Yeah.
So
and
that
then
means that the
this
guy is really
dude's
good
like,
pilot,
oh,
as it is implied.
Oh, you're using something interesting, huh? Huh. I didn't know you could do that. That's another way you can do Gunpla Battle. Huh. And then for whatever reason, he no longer wants to fight Mr. Gunpla. Because while he went there to check out the Awakening system...
He's so good.
Yeah, continue.
He's so good, to be honest. The horse guy is so good that he understood it just fighting it once.
Yeah.
That means that goes to give him more points, because he's a guy that went to the national championship in the United States, so he's that good. So being able to catch on a strategy to use the hacking that Seto was using just by fighting it once.
Yes, let's keep calling it hacking. I want him to feel as bad as he can about this.
Yeah,
but
it's AI support hacking.
I would believe that he went there to find Mr. Gunpla to try to see the Awakening system, because he knows that Takuma can use that, and it's something that he can't overcome on his own. He thinks he's fucking cheating, which he's probably not wrong about. So he's trying to scope it out from one of the other people he knows that can use the system, Mr. Gunpla, to see if he can make a countermeasure or maybe even counterfeit version. What he finds instead is something much more interesting. Seto cheated. He used a support AI that he got off the web. He super juice turbocharged the AI in his Gunpla and made it fight for him. And after seeing this, Mahara decides that, hey, that's a pretty cool idea. Let me take 4 of my customs and throw some supercharged, doped-up AI in there. Alter the code a little bit. So it's all your fault, you little shit. Look at that. Sukamoni is even ashamed of you. Might makes right? He's so disappointed.
No, that's just bad.
No, so we've seen the character before. He didn't come out of nowhere. He's been being built up in previous chapters.
Exactly.
As well as Misa, as well as Katamatsu. Who, by the way, if you look around his van, Katamatsu pounded through like 4 sodas trying to counteract this hacking event.
Yeah, he's powered by soda.
He burned through like 4 empty bottles you see sitting around his van, and one half done by the time he finishes.
Now I have a specific question. Do we actually see the brand on the sodas?
No.
Because that would be an excellent placement opportunity.
To my knowledge, which you can see it pretty well in Battlogue 6, it is unbranded. Oh no. I don't want to hear about you, Adobe Premiere Pro. I just want to watch my wonderful Gundam Breaker. It is unbranded soda pop.
Okay.
With no label on it. Well, hold on. He's holding that one. Oh, no, it's cola. It's whatever cola happens to be.
So, Dr. Pepper.
Really?
Oh, no. It actually says cola behind.
Yeah. The way he's cranking through those bottles makes you think he's a Moxie kind of guy.
I mean, I get it. A programmer converts caffeine to code, so.
Exactly. All the stuff with Misa and Kanematsu was great. Everyone I've talked to agrees that this is a good continuation of her story after Breaker 3. Even some of the Breaker 3 DLCs was centering around her just being kind of bummed out because Takuma was just off somewhere. She can't really compete without Robota and Takuma. She has to hang out with all the secondary characters to take pity on her. She's not having a good time, and that's where we find her at the start of our prologue.
Hmm?
It was nice. It was great. A+, guys. Bandai, if that was Sunrise, whoever else is involved, it was fantastic, and the fans want more. Do it, cowards. You won't.
Directed by our friend Obari.
He went all out for this.
So
I know it's already been circulating around.
So happy.
I know this is a fun fact that's already been circulating around, but the scene when the ground type urban combat type was using its 180 with the shield mounted in the ground, you know, that scene like the opening from 8th MS, he tracked down and got the original animator who did the opening for 8th MS to redo that scene for the Battlogue.
That's how good he is. It really shows that he loves what he's doing. This shows a lot of love. It reminds me of the first Build Fighters.
Definitely.
You know, where you straight up feel that love for the franchise, for the Gundam, for the hobby that we're in. It's really good.
And we got some Gunpla every week, actually. They were nice enough to give us event versions for free of each marquee banner Gunpla from the series. They were okay. Statistically, they're all pretty dang good. Every single week we got something that if you raise it up, if you level it, it will carry you through, you know, if you're a starting player, it'll carry you through content. It'll carry you through build circuit, certainly, with any one of these.
Any of these Battlogue kits is strong enough on its own that you can do like 80 to 90% of the game if you keep upgrading it. With
Definitely.
The mark system, with the gear system, with proper pilots, good sub parts, just goes straight up.
They're all fantastic bases. Blazing was the first one we got. When it's actually fully marked out and everything, wicked high melee attack. It gives us an actual usable Tonfa. An actual usable module weapon. That if you didn't pull on the actual Blazing banner, you wouldn't have otherwise. I mean, the trait's nothing special, but just throw a martial arts module on there.
But I mean, look at it. I mean, the mobile fighter and close combat tag with 8K, it's like, and 4K armor, it's like straight up usable.
Yeah. And martial module is a perfect tag match. So you get some stats off it and a perfectly workable trait for practically free. What's that going to be? 20% of 5K, that's going to be like 1,100, 1,200?
Yeah, I can try to check it in game because I think I have both.
I never leveled my martial module because I'm a phony. No, but that's fantastic.
You know me.
The rest of its stuff wasn't the most groundbreaking. Is it time to talk about the super suspicious stance in the room?
Maybe let's try to talk about the suspicious stances after they piled up a bit.
Okay, well, it has a stance on the legs. Interesting.
Yes.
Also,
which
useless.
Is a new no. It's the second stance we have on the legs, which is something interesting by itself.
It's not really a novelty, though, when the first stance is practically free.
It is. But it's a fashion win, you know?
Yeah.
If you want to use combat stance and you want to look like an actual martial artist, these are better than the GM2
I
ones.
suppose. So the GM2 available in the 1-star blueprint shop has the exact same values as far as the EX goes.
Mm-hmm.
And the stats aren't even, like, terribly wild and crazy on this either, so It was a little confusing when we saw it, for sure.
No. Reaching 2k on melee attack, it's actually pretty solid.
It's
for
solid,
welfare.
but it's not, like, crazy.
Yeah.
It's not
world
something I
changing.
feel like you need to go from 90 to 99 on.
I like those 10% boost.
Because this is 99
but
with,
I get it.
with red marks. I don't think it needs
really
to go from 90 to 99.
I like the 99 stats, but I would not red mark this. The gold marks are enough.
Yeah, gold marks are fine. Even purple marks, I can kind of estimate like a 90 level. Well, apparently I don't have enough.
Yeah.
Even at like a 90 level, that's okay.
I played around with mine, and it had, I was able to pump out as like 60k without using Sokai parts or 100 parts.
And then when you put a bunch of super better stuff behind it, like everything else, it gets big.
Yeah, no, if you use 100 or P-type blazing, which also is an important thing, all of these parts count as the same parts as P blazing. So that is also a very solid use.
Just like
it transfers like 35%.
Just like with any of the other banner suits.
Exactly. So the head especially, it's a great tag fix because the head on P-type blazing has 2 damage traits, but it doesn't have the mobile fighter tag, and this one does. So you can use that as a tag fix without losing too much stats.
That is nice. More the same offered on... more the same offered on Helios. You just have a good, solid stat distribution with some pretty great traits. Well, with one pretty great trait. And a few pretty okay EXs.
Yeah.
And again,
like the
weird
chest,
back stance.
The chest X skill.
I like it.
I think it's what we should have gotten in all the other versions of the main character suit until now.
Disagree. I like Breast Vulcan on the other versions. Because it's a very wide-reaching attack that knocks down on hit. Hey, Melga. It's bombardment.
I get it.
Basic bombardment.
I get it.
It sweeps.
I like the bombardment, but I do think that this one has more melee. It's going to get more melee.
Oh, it's a mag, of course.
Because you can do 11 shots of okay to nice damage on most things, so you will be able to take down everything.
Little selfish. No if the Arius and Artemis and all those versions, Artemis versions, actually had a different debuff, I'd be on board. If it was an offense debuff, I'd be all about them. Because knocks down on hit.
Debuff bombardment?
It's a crowd control.
Really good.
It's debuff management. It's decent damage. It'd be great.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we got the same ability that Blazing has, Weird Flex. The same ability that Arius has. I guess that's okay. But that really nice torso mag on top of that.
Yeah, I think it's a good all-in-one kit to use,
and
the skills-wise.
Another
you can
suspicious
use the
stance
mag,
in the back.
Use the arms.
That's interesting.
And the stance in another place. Yeah, the back is somehow, I think it's our first stance in the back.
Could be.
Yeah. So, but it's also in the place where we would be expecting something else, but still interesting. Somehow Blazing has it on
our first Archer stance.
This one has it on the... Yes, our first Archer stance.
Combat stance on Camphor Alt has always been fantastic to have. Well, first Archer stance.
Yes.
And I mean, Live Land's pretty cool too. I feel like this is a little better for trait spreads. Though definitely a little worse for EXs. I mean, hey, we get a free aggro skill that gets around Awakenings having terrible cooldown by being maxable right off the bat. That's pretty okay.
That is just a straight up win. That is a straight up win. You get also a speed buff, which makes you move around a little bit faster, but it's not the world changing. But yeah, and One
You
of
get
the
a pretty good
few
tank trait, you get a
aggro
pretty good
skills
power
that,
trait.
yeah, it's just a shame on the chest skill, but I think the head and the legs traits kind of make up for it.
Yeah, not even a C minus, just still D.
Yeah.
Not even A Pierce. Eh. It's blue though. I mean, 2 different melee weapons is also pretty cool. Let's head into Battlogue.
Straight up fashion.
If you want an actual Lance version, you got yourself a Lance version with an OK trait. Cool little halberd style. But the axe is definitely where it's at, I think.
Yeah. The axe, both the axe and the spear have pretty okay stats for what they are.
Yeah, for sure.
The,
and odd that we have a weapon with a
version
stance
has
on
a
it.
stance as well. Yeah, pretty weird. I wonder what will happen.
Well, okay. I guess we're waiting to talk about that. Perfect Strike Freedom is about the point where I kind of lost as much excitement for it. I don't know. This one I don't think it made out as well as the other guys.
Oh god, yes. That one made me. That one for me was just a fashion win. You know, you get a straight up strike similar to Strike Freedom skin without any issues, but it's like the only thing that is really good is the leg trait, and everything else is like weirdly placed.
There is something to be said about the ARM magazine. In just it has this unique little property that it reloads incredibly freakishly fast.
Oh,
check this out in a second. Watch the actual icon. Like, that comes up super quick.
Yeah, that's spam.
I'm not exactly jamming it here, but you can spam it out and kind of feel like you're running a, 1000% cooldown custom mission.
And it looks like when it hits, it sort of staggers the enemy. Not
a little bit
properly, but
I mean, it's not the worst.
It can be used as disruption.
It just fires incredibly fast,
also,
which is interesting.
Also, I really like the animations on the rifle beam. It gets that seed wide beam look.
Oh yeah, the positron beam.
Yeah, that one is, for me, it's like a free beam magnum type weapon. Just looks cool.
How about we just not watch this in 360p?
See?
Too bad the angle ain't great, but it's a nice little positron beam. I like it. And it's handheld. Agni has always had a cool color, like that toothpaste tube layering of different particles. It's not the worst. I mean, it's not great. It's the same problem as Live Lance Torso.
And now we finally reached the final of the 4 Battlogue kits from the episodes we had. And we get the elephant in the room.
What,
you guys notice
the stance
that
on the
there
back?
Is a stance, another stance in a pretty specific place, like Lifelines had it on the weapon.
Hey,
Perfect Strike Freedom.
Where's my blazing kick? Hey, where's my Helios back cannons?
Has it on the legs. Sestat cannon.
That we totally have not seen a cutscene for, when we had a recycle bug like a month or two back. Hey, where is my dragoons or railguns or literally anything on the back?
Yeah.
They're there.
It's
something.
Like very, very, very clear that it, at least the placement is suspicious. If something happens or not, that I don't know.
Now, Melga, what could possibly happen to these event suits that would cause any kind of changes to
I wonder, do we do we have any type of mechanic that could do something about it?
Hold on. Is it really so old I can't see it? When did this start?
You probably have to go into past, because it started in the beginning of, end of October,
No.
Oh my god, yeah.
Why didn't we prepare for
there it
this?
is.
Where was it?
No, go up. Just keep, go up. You should have the update. It says update and something Battlogue. No, you need to look. Revival Blazing. So it should be close to that. The Revival Blazing was done on the Battlogue week.
I've stopped moving. Guide me. Nope, it's not. Event upgrades up to live. Oh my! There's something in here that says the parts might be.
Go up.
Bam! Found it.
Go up. There it is. Yeah.
In addition, the capabilities of some Battlogue featured gunpla that are available from the streaming event collab may change via alteration at a later date. So the thought process everyone is having is we have these strange stances with only one growth on parts that we expect to have crazy super moves on. And so far, we have not seen those super moves. And now that the ONA is over and we've seen them in animation, they all seem to correspond exactly to where those really easy to upgrade stances are. And they give us a specific warning saying that the capabilities may change via alteration, something they have never said or stated before.
Exactly. They also mentioned a fun thing. We're in the 6th Battlogue event, and they said there are 8. So at least 2 more weeks of Battlogue stuff soon.
Oh yeah.
That's
at least.
Makes me happy.
Okay, yeah, that's been addressed. And then in between all that, we got a few other stinky welfares. No reason to talk about them.
Oh, come on.
I mean, if you want to touch on it, I don't know if you're one of those people who are still angry that it didn't show up at the ONAs.
I was surprised about the choice of unit.
We also got the DiVE.
I was surprised about the choice of it. Yeah. DiVE was a surprise. Let's just say it's sort of an Easter egg for the movies that we're getting for G-Reconquista.
I suppose, but we're still quite a few years away from getting the Reco movie this is in.
So...
Dude, they don't get DiVE and Dharma for a while. We're still, like, actually literally years away from the movie this shows up in.
Yeah. Let's just say that this is like a nice fashion piece, and the back-X skill is okay-ish.
Alright.
Can be interrupted by knockdown.
You talk about everything you like about this that I disagree with. I'm gonna grab a water real quick.
Let's just say that the legs on the suit have an interesting but not that useful trait, and the back having integrated parts makes it a bad part to use on the build itself, but might be a good part to use on a skin if you want to use a smaller profile back and chest. And it has like really wide swipes on the back-X skill. Let's see when, and it should be pretty usable. The Awakening though, I would not recommend anyone to use that one because it's straight up defensive, and as it is right now, we don't have many useful defensive uses for this. We can use like something like, I don't know, the 00 Riser back because it heals and gives a speed buff to the whole party, but this one is a selfish buff and it's not amazing.
I think the hack sucks. It's very inoffensive, but there's nothing worth maxing out on it, and it made me sad. But hey,
I maxed the back-X skill. I like the fashion use
They redeemed
for
it.
the skill. It can kill mooks pretty fast.
Because we had one more event this week. From the very, very last episode.
Yes.
That I think is just stellar.
This suit for me is a straight up win in terms of skills. You get so much fun stuff.
A lot of people are complaining that it's the same model that we've been getting, which it technically isn't. The other ones are a Master Grade 3.0 with more details. But then my argument defending it kind of falls apart when you check the paint zones, and it turns out it still has 3.0 paint zones.
It does.
So it's technically apparently the same model. It just has a different texture. But all the paint zones still follow the 3.0 detailing.
Yeah.
They still follow those panel lines that no longer exist. It's a little awkward.
It is. But it does let you paint without the black lines for the background line.
True.
So it does good for fashion, at least. I like it. And oh my god, the X skills on this suit.
They're very nice.
I cannot state how fun the hammer is.
We have a lot of value here. Oh, that looks nice. We have a lot of value packed in this little guy. I mean, the head Vulcans ain't gonna win awards, but everything else has some kind of nice use.
Yeah.
Damn, that's nice. Okay, I'm getting out. I think pretty much everything from the legs down I decided to just highlight and say pick it up, because it's just useful. I mean, pick it up as in max that dude out to 99. Don't sleep on
it. The legs are one of the few parts with the 30% X skill boost.
Yeah, every trait on here is standard tier.
Yeah, it goes to 30%, and it's on a really, 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 really easy to set up tag. Gundam type is straight up everywhere.
Might be the most common. I have not nice things to say about Saber Boomerang, but at least it exists. Thanks for showing up. Everything else is great. Both the X's you get from the melee attacks are wonderful. Especially now that we have a weapon-based version of... Oh, this technically isn't Battlogue, is it? Is this technically MSG? It is. It is technically MSG. Now that we have another weapon-based yeet for lances, in case anyone happened to miss Blast Impulse.
Yeah, Blast Impulse worked for me for quite a while.
It was nice to be able to put this on the melee slot. Because not a lot of traits care about it, so it's pretty much a free slot.
And it's a low... The cooldown profile lets you play around without actually going all out.
It's a basic 38.
Cooldown traits. Yeah.
It's a pretty decent weapon as far as stats go as well. No complaints.
But see, it has similar stats to the module that we talked about, but half the armor. Pretty interesting.
Oh wow, it really does need those red marks to reach those top peaks. Oof. I did not anticipate that. Only about 7,000 with just golds. Still, it's nice. The hammer is also a nice AoE EX choice. The rifle is a fantastic one that I've been in love with forever from Earth 3.
Yeah, it's like a slightly lower level Earth 3 rifle.
Lower level? I thought Earth 3 was B.
Wasn't it B+? Now I'm confused.
Well, I don't know. We have the calculator right here. I could also bring it up in game, but I don't want to. Earth. Chart shot is B+. I apologize.
Yeah, it's still even B. I mean,
it's nice. It's just one big shot to mess someone up. It's fantastic.
And do notice that since this one, while being weaker than Earth 3, you can max it out straight up.
Yeah, so that bonus
So
damage and
you could
cooldown
have
level
it
gets
at
there immediately.
exactly.
Now, does it?
And with the 12% initial cooldown, you can already just use it up and kill things with it.
Now, hold on. Earth 3 happened to actually summon... Hey, that's us. Happened to summon a little Earth 3 shield to go along with it. Does this summon anything? I didn't even look. No. No, you just kind of hold it out. I mean, it's still nice. Just Earth 3 charge shot happened to summon a weird little Earth 3 shield to go with it. Which is kind of a fun thing. Yeah, the shield summon was something that... The shield was something that happened in the anime itself because it used the shield as a connector for power-up. Earth 3?
Yeah. In the show, it did that.
I don't seem to remember that.
So.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, show me my charge shot.
It was like in the episode when they were defending the village. He did that. And everyone was like, whoa, charge power up, whoa.
I'd believe it. Okay, this is probably a bad example since I have the shield on anyway from being a full set. But it does summon the Earth 3 shield to your right side when you use that ability. I've noticed it on other builds I'm using. It'll summon it right there. Even though I don't have the Earth 3 shield, I'm kind of taken aback by it just kind of popping up on my build. But the early grade does not seem to summon anything extra, which is just fine. It's still good. It's still fantastic. Yeah. That pose is iconic for Amuro. You just pop a guy. Pew! Just like him using both the rifle and the bazooka together for dual cascade is just as cool. Like, I adore that. It's a shame it's stuck at a rather inconsequential power, but it's still cool. And then the bazooka also has some big game to it. From just giving you a 30% boost in arena. A lot of people are going to love this.
Yeah, it's a free slot. You can just have it there and worry about anything.
Pretty decent power for bleed, and it's just a free shooting power condition if you want to use this in arena. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I got no complaints about this whole kit.
As a sub. You can use this as a sub for the whole the big one. So it transfers some more stats and works nicely.
Yeah, let's see what that actually looks like.
Not
well,
the best solution.
They don't share tags.
Not the best solution, but it works.
So you only get the 20%.
I'm mentioning just to have an okay transfer.
I'm pretty sure that's where those are supposed to go anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So Big Boom, which looks kind of hilarious, not gonna lie. Armageddon. That's what it's called in Build Reel, right? Little shit kids bazookas like Armageddon or something.
Jesus Christ.
You know what? That's pretty good. I'm okay with that right there. 10k with a good trait.
Yeah.
And a good selection of tags.
It's an easy setup for any newish player that's starting to build up their team and their setup.
And it looks like you can bonk someone with it really hard.
Pure fashion. No, that's funny.
So the other things we got this week were the final standard versions of both Command Quanta and Barbatoris, which are absolute monsters in their own right.
Before those, do you want to look at the standard ones?
The standard what?
Give it a quick look. The Battlogue suits.
Oh.
The recolors.
Where would I find them? Oh, the recolors.
We can skip them. Yeah.
Oh, we can certainly, investigate the recolors.
Just let's just mention the fun part of it. They got pretty cool stuff. Well, few parts, nothing too game breaking.
No, and they're interesting. They happen to be copies of the previous. What the hell is it? Copies of the previous versions of it. Just there we go. Hold on. I'm doing something stupid. Bear with me.
I noticed. Oh.
Yeah, thanks. It's so big! I really enjoy this. I really enjoy this aesthetic for some reason. Maybe because it has so much less detail, it's just a big... That one looks better. It's like it's barely struggling to hold that thing up. It's just a big honking boomstick.
We need to do this either with a Valk kit or an SD.
There we go. There's the winner.
Oh my god. Cool.
I don't know, man. Something about this just makes me smile. Because it's just so honking large.
Someone is gonna get explosives.
Yeah, let's check out Yep, that's a nice size comparison. Bigger than the actual Gunpla itself.
Maybe we can go with...
Yeah, maybe we can go look at the standards.
Just a bit on the kids. Maybe we can...
So we did get two of the recolors of Mahara's little passion project squad there. And they're pretty okay. We're talking the red frame inversion and the Goof Crimson Custom. They're kind of, I don't want to say full copies as far as EXs go. They're similar copies of existing models, but they're still neat. They don't do anything particularly well. They don't do anything particularly crazy. I'm glad they exist.
Yeah.
I seem to love the Goof stat lines a lot more than the red frames. That double defense is really nice. I think that double defense with universal EX reduction, with a decent amount of armor, this is a fantastic part for what it's trying to do.
Mm-hmm. For the inversion, I would like to mention especially the good old chest with the infighter trait. That's really solid.
With the revive.
The revive.
And a much healthier stat distribution.
And you can and having an infighter should be straight up easy for anyone.
Yeah. Just slap that bad boy on there.
Have fun with that. It's just clean. Also, the new model we did get in the inversion trait, the inversion one is the twin blade, which
the
also
doggo
has a
head.
good trait.
Which has a great trait that's going to allow access to 100% cooldown builds for both technique and speed a lot easier.
Yeah, you don't need 2 Sokai parts for that now, only 1.
Yep. Even though 100% cooldown was a mistake, hashtag bring back the cap.
90% was enough.
90% was fine. 90 was nice and balanced. I mean, we got the backpack as a unique model as well. That's new. The stray version of the flight pack.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different than the DL pack.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it properly.
Oh, dude, it's totally different than the DL pack. It's always been. Because it's like the M1 Astray version of the flight pack.
Oh, it is. Oh my god, that's really cool. I should get one of those.
So we got some unique aesthetics going on here, and, a pretty okay trait. No, if you're looking for fashion, like it has its own deal going on. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
They were nice additions. I'm sure we're going to get Sky Zero and Ground type, Urban type sooner than later.
Eventually, yeah.
GT Uti? Gitut? Gerb? Gerb. Ground Urban. Gerb.
Yes, ground urban.
It's gonna
I
be
want to see
Gerb.
that one have exam. I want that one have exam.
Yes, and from now on we're calling it Gerb.
Straight up. I want to see Gerb with exam. I mean,
Yeah.
I want to see Yukajima inside of it saying like, "Let's go and kill people."
The exams we have had in the past have been pretty damn stellar. So that would be interesting to see what a standard version of it goes.
The textures, you know, I kind of hope like if they go with the Naoki animations, oh my god.
How many Blue Destinies?
The Naoki, what like the Blue Destiny 3 has like feathers flying around.
It's really sick.
Dude. And
they're good stat boosts.
The 2 has dark orbs. Yes, they are. Straight up solid parts. You cannot go wrong with these. Like, you know something is gonna die when you pop one of these up.
It's a stance with speed, and because it's maxed out, it's actually a decent awakening. And it looks good. Oh, the eyes are already red. No, they're not. I lied. Don't let me lie to you anymore. Blue Destiny 3 is just a ground... That's a really nice looking head. Oh my god, why don't I use this more? Wow, that's a really cool design. Blue Destiny 3 is just a ground type in outer space. Don't let them lie to you. No, man, like, I never took a good look at the geometry. That is stellar. Compared to the old version of, like, 2? Is the Naoki 3 the same? Yeah, Naoki 3 is the same. Compare the old blocky version of 2?
It's... The Naoki versions are great. And you get that animation, you know, that color of the exam.
Yeah, very noticeable.
I really hope that we get reprints for a lot of they make the welfares more available, because a lot of people are missing out on how cool these are.
Definitely, yeah. They were a very exclusive New Year's Eve present for us. I'm happy to have them.
Same. Straight up fashion.
Oh, this might be good. Hold on, I'm saving this. You know, people like doing the aesthetic, little challenges every day to make something cool based on the, kits on their artboard. This is just a combination I want to try later, because that actually might be really nice. Came from Mason, go for Gyaradoga has potential.
Yes, it does. I always loved the containers on the camphor amazing.
I always loved some of the angles on the Gyaradoga. I don't like its weapons. I think all of his weapons are ugly, but I think the actual...
I like the shield.
Yeah, shield's okay. I think the backpack on Gyaradoga's cool. I think the head's cool. It's time for the banners. First off, Takuma actually made it into the game. He's got big, beefy boy outfighter stats without being an outfighter. He's a good boy. Nothing wrong with him. His trait sucks. He's 4 computers. Besides that, none of these Battlogue AIs have been groundbreaking, like we have to get them, and I'm okay with that.
Wait, they haven't?
No, they haven't.
What? Wait.
No, they haven't.
A really good one. Which one?
You mean Sana?
Sana was dumb as hell.
But she's also Sana.
So good. Yes.
No, but
she has like, come on.
None of them are anything that I wouldn't believe is already just a standard pilot. They're not crazy.
But look at this. She has 5k armor, 6k shot defense, and 6k shot attack.
Yeah, and Mahara has technique cooldown, just like George Hassan, but I'm not jumping for joy for that one.
But look at him. Mahara doesn't have like like the stats to pull it up compared to Sana. Sana is biting the toes of Sokai.
Sana's almost dumb.
She's crazy.
Yeah, well we have the definitive Stallion too for crazy shot stats. Who has higher shot defense.
You look at that defense and that shot attack and that armor with that.
Okay, where the fuck is Amuro?
Sana is a solid option.
Amuro's up there too.
Sana is a straight up good option. See,
I guess.
Stallion has less shot, less armor, and the worst trait.
Yeah, but he's the sure horse.
Still, you cannot say that Sana is not
He's a guaranteed
amazing.
equine. And Shams Koza, my man of the Verde Buster, is pretty okay as far as a 3-star goes. Like, he has a very clear gimmick that he's sticking to. He's got some pretty good shotties. He's got some pretty good tags. I won't be mad if I pull him in the future.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good pilot.
Big
But
Ray
yeah,
vibes.
you cannot avoid Sana. You cannot avoid Sana.
I can avoid her all day long.
Supremacy.
I'm not pulling. I didn't pull on these, even though I'm very tempted.
The moment I get a ticket, I'm gonna get Sana.
Alright, fair enough. The moment she ends up in the pool, you mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Actually,
maybe.
Quick detour, where are we up to right now?
Our pool? Oh, we already have the...
We have Ryusei. And Misa.
Yeah. The preview material is gonna look nice. I might get pilots this time, just variety, for voice acting.
Maybe. Oh, they both have crit traits? You dorks.
Yeah. See? Misa is not optimized compared to Sana.
Misa just Sana fan club.
No, I'm not in the Sana fan club. Please, swear to God. But the pilot is straight up bonkers. It's unavoidable.
Well, we gotta wrap this up quicker than I thought. I started this conversation with 80 battery.
Oh. Then let's go on and look at our amazing Battlogue suits.
They're pretty crazy.
Command and Taurus.
I didn't pull on either of them, even though the stat advantages for doing so was incredibly tempting. I have to believe that there'll be an easier way to get like that backpack and these legs for visuals. And you said 50?
15.
Oh God.
No, I didn't shock my wallet twice.
As you can see in the reviews that I put out last night, everything's absolutely amazing. There's no real bad parts throughout any of these Gunpla except for Tauros dual blades. What are you doing?
Yes.
Everything's good. Everything looks good. Everything performs well.
If I have to pick up favorites, I would say on command, I would have to talk about the arms and the machine gun.
Yep. Arms just have silly stat for doing melee or shot, which is dumb, and it has 2 really nice traits when it actually gets altered. And the machine gun is currently holding up machine guns.
Yes.
That melee damage 20% is big. That will hurt you. But in exchange, you get a workable machine gun base. An incredibly workable machine gun base.
Yes.
For the
it's like
4 traits
a universal trait in terms of damage.
Yeah.
And the 2 tags are just straight up clean.
There might be a trait or 2 that cares about machine guns somewhere. On Curios.
There is, I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
these 2 are highlight parts. Even the Shield Vulcan is really strange. I don't like it. It starts at B+ with good ammo. Altered, that EX skill does not change as far as I can see.
It doesn't.
Oh yeah, check this out. Okay, so B+ 8, D power, 60 cooldown. DB plus 11 magazine, 60 cooldown. Let's head over to alteration screen.
Yeah.
DB plus power, 8 magazine, 60 cooldown. I am sure there is some damage boost there, but apparently not enough to even move the power grade.
Yeah, in this case, if you alter this shield, is just for the straight up stat boost,
which aren't even that much, even oddly enough. Check this out. If I can go to.
If you have a limited amount of badges, the shield would not be my choice. Also, and I got jackpot on the Taurus. I got the arms.
There you go.
We gotta speak about those.
I just want to bring up our image we did to compare the alter stats. The alter stats don't even really go anywhere in the shield. You get like barely 600 shot attack and barely 900 shot defense. It's really weird that it's not as big of a jump as the other parts. This is one of the cleanest cases of don't alter because there's no value.
There is value, just a lower amount than altering the rest of the suit.
I don't know why the shield in particular is getting shorted.
I think it's because the shield starts already at freaking amazing.
It looks great, and it's pretty great. Otherwise, Taurus has a few fun tricks going on for it, too. Its arms as well are just silly.
The arms are like the easiest thing to set up. I mean, you can use these arms in every single type of melee build as long as you use the tag. And reload speed down, you can even use these arms on a shot build, you know?
Yeah, close combat on shot is not as hard to pull off as you think.
Yeah, Justice has Ace and close combat, so it's...
Camille's the original close combat mid-shooter. No, Christina, get out of here. No one likes you.
And, I mean, if you're using X skills and you just need some boost for the arms, these start at a pretty usable 25% value.
Yeah.
So it's like free boost. Pretty crazy.
What the hell happened here?
I also... Yes.
What actually happened here?
I don't know. Can I try to be a doomsayer?
Yeah, whatever you want.
They might have something weird planned for critical in the future. This is me being a doomsayer. There's zero proof of this, but we've been seeing more and more critical traits. I don't know.
Let's say one nice thing about this setup. If you can activate the first trait, the second trait is guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true.
But you have to really go out of your way to make the first one work. And the first one does not work if you're not already in a squad. It will not work solo.
Yeah.
It's weird and I don't like it.
I like the attack value. I like the attack value and I like the armor value. And I like how high mobility is easy to set up.
Well, yes, you're looking for a dual blade with some really good values. Yeah, good thing we can't find another dual blade with some really good values.
You can use the Armor Schneider from Hail Strike Big as a sub for this, and it will work just fine.
Yeah. I've already moved on to the command blades because it's just kind of better. Hey, look, it's double EX boost, so they can work better for your melee builds.
They do. Though heavy armor, I think a heavy armor currently is a shot tag.
It provides a shot bonus, though it is present on quite a few melee builds as well. And it still provides melee defense and shot defense. That is not the worst thing. You don't have to go full Unga Bunga for that last 5%. You can go for utility pick for stuff like this.
It's an okay knife setup. Yeah,
they're great knives.
You're right. Taurus blades are awful. I cannot say it in any other way.
Yeah, I mean, these are both statistical monsters. Everything on them is absolutely stellar. I struggled to find any kind of perceived flaw, and I still couldn't take away a whole say on anything.
Like, I mean, look at the Taurus back is great. I'll be honest. I don't like the head buff, even altered on Taurus.
Taurus back is weird. It's like the most solid part, but it's the most, it's the least visually different from actual other Barbados stuff.
Like, it has a crazy amount of
armor, just a Barbados backpack
and defense. And the backpack is like, it has a good melee boost and the lag boost. Well, everyone has heard of
memes
bisect at this stage. So
I don't like a trait only affecting one of my and telling me that I have to use that slot.
I like it because there's a lot of good X skills on legs. A lot. It
But I
cannot
don't
be
like it
denied.
only working on 1EX.
I get it, but it has uses.
I'm gonna put it over here in this box by itself and tell it it's bad.
No, I'll
I'm gonna
hear you, but I cannot say so.
I'm gonna
Let's go
take the
over to
jelly
the-
away from the peanut butter and the bread and put it by itself and tell it that it's too sweet. No one's just gonna eat jelly. And the people that do are weird.
I do, and I'm weird. But that's okay. Everyone has a little bit of weirdness in their life. Now let's go to the Barbataro's head.
Yeah.
I want to see the buff. Show us
It's
the buff.
a better buff for sure than Quamand Torso.
I want to say bad things about the Barbataro's head buff.
I want to say no, we're going back to level 1 because that is what everyone's going to have and they're going to have to deal with that fucking 90-second cooldown.
I mean, it has a crazy cooldown. It has the buff on the head is the same as Ogre.
Interesting.
So straight up,
hold on. What is this?
This
what?
is a worse. This is the same as Ogre head, the Razetsu head, the same one with the worse. It's straight up worse than
It's not great.
I cannot.
And also, what is this strange buff I seem to have already been preloaded onto the calculator? What does this do? What is that a speed boost, a melee boost, and a resist flinch, but not an awakening with a shit-ass cooldown? Weird.
With the three initial cooldown?
High
Oh my
mobility
God.
thruster. That's so strange.
But yeah, I have to say that the Taurus head is like something that you use only for fashion. Because it's straight up worse than Ridden.
Also,
Ridden
confirmed it's not
Ogre
one of
head.
those cool awakenings that doesn't override other awakenings. It totally does. I've already had someone test it for me. They use Transam. They use this. Transam turns off.
Oh, that's just bad.
I don't like Assault
So, no,
Burst.
I would
Awakenings
use
are supposed to
Ogre.
be cooler than that, but this is in the same boat as Barbataurus. Except it's kind of worse.
Let's see if it's. Let me just look at it and be sad.
It does not have anti-flinch.
Oh, I would use the Nitro chest instead of this.
Probably. And Nitro makes you fragile.
It makes you fragile, but I mean, you're already using traits that lower your defenses.
You're already using a
might as
bad
well.
awakening. Why not go all the way?
Exactly. If you go for damage, you go for damage. And I'll be honest, lasting 20 seconds, this one at level 1 lasts even less than Taurus.
Does it?
Why?
Oh yeah,
Taurus
wow, that's
is
bad.
25 at level 1. It's straight up bad. I mean, I cannot justify using either of these awakenings.
The worst part is the rest of the part is absolutely balls out amazing.
Oh yes.
The rest of this head, the rest of that torso are incredible, so I couldn't even knock it off that much. I could just talk shit about it and go from there.
Just go, guys. You can use these parts in your build, but just support a better trait and ignore those buffs. Run away from them as hard as you can.
It is what it is.
Because,
yeah.
I mean, you have a shooter chest with 8k armor. Like, how the hell do you say something like that is bad?
God, I hate you, Moo. We also have a new build project pilot that's pretty stellar, honestly.
I got it, and I'm leveling it.
I bet you did, Mr. Moneybags. His max dual
Mr.
offenses
Moneybags.
are pretty crazy. His defenses don't need to be that big. The offense makes up for it. He's got 2 universal EX boosts, though one of them doesn't kick in for a bit.
Yeah, it's a PvE one. I like it.
It makes me upset that I'm currently leveling Casual Banana.
Oh, yeah.
Who is
Casual
not
Banana
still not
Manager
bad.
is not.
Because he
He's
still
not
has
bad, but he's not Moo.
he still has the benefit of versatility. Moo has to have you jump through hoops and wait 10 seconds to get its full effect. Bananas is free. You put him on a job, you get the free boost.
And Banana has a better armor rating than
Better
Rue, and he
defenses
has like,
marginally. I mean, you can
and
put
the
him on whatever
tags
job
are,
you want. He's pretty much the best standard pilot in the game.
yeah. I mean, Sana is better, but I get
Fuck
it.
off, Sana. He works as the best standard pilot him up as the best outfighter or the best mid shooter. Is he better than a build project focused on those things? No, unfortunately. But I'm still going to at least take him to
I'll
10
be
if I can, just because he'll have that really nice universal benefit.
I'll just say that
And I
he's
don't
really,
have
really
anyone
good.
else.
But he you don't need to go through hoops to get his trade going. I would still use Sana or something, or someone like
Put
that.
him on any
But I get
build,
it.
and he can work.
Yes. He's straight up, he's a good pilot. It's just that the game keeps moving forward and he's not.
Sad noises.
Which is, yeah. It is what
You know what?
We
Just
gotta
having him
accept it and
upgraded
move
for
on.
that 5th mark is enough.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, if you get him
Or 4th mark.
high enough, you cannot fight him without having a level 10 pilot. So he's just straight up going to be very usable. Versatility is an advantage, so.
Anything else you really want to touch with this week's content?
I don't think so. I don't. Well, at least we can say, we can talk about the 2 multi-missions that we had that changed a bit of things.
What would that have been?
We can just say that we had Rafflesia.
Rafflesia.
Around.
Yes, that was very interesting to have a boss that actually was very, very anti-beam. Brought a lot of very interesting strategies to the table.
Yes, my favorite one was the SD legs.
Oh, for sure. What do you mean? Getting small enough to actually deal with his dumb hitbox?
Exactly. You used the SD legs to get inside his eye field.
And then you can use stuff like Rolling Buster?
You could spin. Exactly.
That's dumb. I was personally taking
so I love it.
Debuff builds in to assist other players by stripping away that beam resist. Because even up to the last day, there were still people trying to brute force that with beam attacks or double O Zamba or something. And I hated it.
Yes. You cannot brute force something with 30 million HP.
No.
Unless you're really good.
So I would bring in beam debuffs 100%, so at least the randos could try to finish it.
Exactly. Debuffs and maybe... And yeah. And after that, we got the Perfect Strike. Which was great. It's, to be honest, the state of Perfect Strike really gives you usage to defenders.
You didn't win.
Because you can make him stun if you block him.
True. And Perfect Strike is something we have proved out a long time ago. Perfect Strike is still a very known, solved problem. It's nice that he has the big HP boost now, so he's more of a threat in that first dash phase.
Yes, he does so much damage.
It's actually a very interesting shift that you still are not really reliably putting him down without some very, very tight timing until he stops to use Agni. But until that point, it's more of like a survive for 10 seconds scenario. Because if any one of you get tagged, there's a very good chance you can just slap your teammates down in 1. And all you need is 3 people to get slammed in that opening, and the mission's failed. It doesn't take a lot of control skill, but it is still asking a bare minimum amount of competency from us. So it's not the worst thing in the world.
It does push people down. It's good. It forces the game to move forward. I like it. I like both of these multi-missions a lot. I hope we get more ultimates. In 2 weeks, we should get another one, I think.
In 2 weeks?
Level. I wonder... Yeah, should We currently are in a multi-mission crew multi-mission week, so there should be a second one.
Fair.
And then
13 battery.
And then we get the next
I forgot
cycle.
that the game tells you your battery life. I really like that.
It's the small things.
Thank you, game. Thank you for telling me we're running out of time.
Whoa, that's really good.
What?
Virtue and no,
Virtue,
your
Lightning,
cardboard.
and FX. Might be able to do something with that.
That's a fun mix too.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to build later. Well, I got not much more to talk about for the monthly roundup.
Well, let's just have some high hopes for the next couple of weeks with the last two Battlogue events.
This has been another GNL Dive. I'm the other MC. This is Melga. Thank you for joining me. If you want to go somewhere to talk about the game, maybe get some tips, tricks, stats, and strats, go visit discord.gg/GBM, the premier Gundam Breaker mobile North American community. GNL New Type Labs. Otherwise, thank you all for joining us on this little talk around. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Unless it's already Monday for you, then you're in the future. And just be excellent to each other.
Later, everyone. Have fun.